Hey there. In the previous session, we have learned how we can remove the column if it has more than specified missing values. But this is not useful at all because the count may be vary based on the size of dataset. For example, if you have 100 records, then you can use the 10 records. But if you have a 5 record in the dataset, then you cannot use the 10 records in the count parameter. And remove the entire column is not a solution for the certain cases. Instead, we need to generate the some value for those missing value. Let's switch to Visual Studio. Here I have created a new folder for the session 58. Input mode is the same as the previous session. In this session, we will replace the missing value as well as identify the missing value in the data set. For this, we need two different kind of result model. Replace result model contain the float array, where indicate result model contain the boolean array. In the demo class, loaded the data from the list. Here I have made the change in the data from the previous session. And those are the two helper methods that use to print the result from the list of the replace result model and the indicate result model. Let's start with the replace missing value. Create a new method, name replace missing value. For this, we need to use the replace missing value method of the transforms catalog and specify the output column name. And input column name for the feature one. In the replacement mode, we can specify the which value should be replaced in the case of the missing value. It can be either default value, main, minimum, or a maximum value. By default, it assigns the default value. Here our data is a float, so it will use the 0 to replacing the missing value. Use the append method to add a new estimator. This time we will replace the value for the features 2 column. And replacement mode will be a main. Here our pipeline is created. Using that, create a model and transform the data view and convert it into the list of the replace result model. And call the print features method to print the data. Update the program.cs file. Save all the files and run the project. Here in the console you can see that for left hand side matrix, nan is replaced with the 0, as the default value for the float is 0. For the right hand matrix, nan is replaced with the minimum value of the column. Like the estimator, there is overloaded version of this method exists that support multiple column processing. Let's call replace missing value multiple column and create that method. Copy paste the body from the above method. We need to create an array of the input output column pair and add both features detail in the array. And pass it in the replace missing value method. This time replacement mode will be maximum. Note that The same replacement mode will be used for the both of the column. Save the file and run the project. Here you can see that maximum column value is infinity, so it will replace the missing value with the infinity. And for those two columns, 6 is the maximum value for respected column, so it replaces it with that. Here we have found the missing value and replace it with the value. ML.NET also provide a method using which we just need to identify where the missing value exists. Let's create a new method named indicate missing value. Copy body from the replace missing value. And call the indicate missing value for the both estimator. And this operation will not perform any kind of replacement, so it does not take the replacement mode as a parameter. Update the output column name from the indicate result model, as well as update the return type of the list here. Save all the files and run the project. Here you can see that we got the true or false value in the matrix. For the left matrix, we only have the single missing value, so we got the true here. In the case of the right hand side, we got the true in the two places. We can also pass the multiple column in the indicate missing value method too. Let me paste the example for that and call this method. Save the file and run the project. Here we got the same result. Let's see what we have learned in this session. We have learned how we can identify the missing value as well as how we can replace the value of the missing value. Using the replace missing values method, we can replace the missing value with the either default value, mean, minimum, or a maximum value. Note that here none is only used as the missing value because the default value for the float is a 0. So when you replace it with the default value, then it will be a 0 itself. Using the indicate missing value, we can identify the location where the missing value exists. For both method, an overloaded version exists. Using that, we can perform the operation on the multiple column. See you in the next session.